And now let's have a quick talk about how you achieve that infinite sustain sound, because this is the ¡1 question I got last time I covered the solo. Basically there are 3 ways that I'm aware of. It's an EBow, feedback, and a sustainer pickup. I personally use the Feedback VST plugin from Blue Cats because I don't have like a real amp to experiment with a real analog feedback, and even if I had one, you have to kind of crank the volume up for the feedback to work properly, and I live in an apartment so I can't be noisy and loud. So that is how I achieve that kind of infinite sustain sound. Also, I forgot to mention that you can actually download and use this plugin for free, but when you open it, you'll get this notification basically telling you that this is a demo version and it will bypass itself randomly. And now let's talk about how it was made in the original recording. So first of all, we can rule out the sustainer pickups because the song was released in 1975 and those pickups just weren't around yet, so that was not an option. Secondary, there is a rumor that in the original recording, the guitarist of Nazareth could have used an EBow, because if you look up the EBow website, we can see that the first working model of EBow was introduced in 1969 and the song was released in 1975. So he could have used an EBow, but the EBow website has a list of songs that features their EBow. And if you scroll down, Nazareth is not even on the list. So we can rule that out too. Like the official EBow website does not say that Nazareth used an EBow in the recording of Love Hurts song. EBow. So the only one option left for the original recording is feedback, but VST plugins weren't around yet, so my guess is that they actually used like a natural analog feedback. They managed somehow to make it sound so clean and smooth. I don't really know how, but my guess is that this is actually like a real speaker amplifier feedback kind of thing. Also, in one of the music videos, we can see the guitarist using a slide. That's the only video I could find him using a slide actually, but kind of makes sense in a way because you kind of hear the smooth transition from note to note. But when I watched all the other live videos of him playing, he actually never uses a slide live, and he never uses any kind of handheld EBow or anything like that. Actually, in some of his live videos you can hear him play the solo like normally with bends and picking strings, but when he holds the string for too long, it kind of starts, you can start hearing the feedback and the note jumps like 1 octave up. Maybe he has like a powerful distortion pedal or something. He just cranks up his volume when he plays the solo and it just starts ringing and feedbacking and so this is how I think it was played originally, with a massive feedback, a real analog feedback, and I think he used a slide in the recording, for the recording. He just didn't use it live. Maybe he used it live, but we don't have any like real live recordings of that, only one. And that's it. I hope you liked the video. I hope it was at least somewhat informative, and I see you in the next one.